Where have you brought us to this time, young one? This seems strangely familiar. Ah, I sense we are on an adventure through my memories, perhaps. Memories can be a pleasant place to visit, but it's important not to dwell there. Time to seize the moment and see what fate has in store for us. It's odd working so closely with a human, one that's not a follower of Gren, that is. My people, the service, generally did not have a happy relationship with our human neighbors. I mean no offense, but many humans are generally fearful of difference. That fear can make them hateful. Humans feared many of the beast tribes, claiming that we were demons. Demons! How little they knew of how my people suffered against the demons that sought to conquer the lands. My kind often attempted to seek peace with the Frosker, but the demon lords, they always chose violence. My people, by their very nature, are peaceful and seek to avoid conflict. As I grew older, I began to question this. Peace is always preferable, but what do you do against those who always reject peace? I found myself attempting to rally my people to action, to make a stand, but to no avail. They would always retreat. I became dejected when my herd had once again been forced from our lands. No longer willing to sit idly, I left my home and swore that I would learn to defend them. I journeyed far and wide through the vast forests before finding the followers of Gren. The followers of Gren were unlike anything I'd ever experienced. Made up of many different races, they all had one goal. They were ardent defenders of nature. They would always seek diplomatic and peaceful solutions. But when diplomacy failed, they were fierce in their defense of the innocent and of the lands they protected. I was trained with the bow, blade, and hammer, but it was apparent early on that my skills didn't lie in physical combat. No, it transpired that my talents lay in magic. I feverishly learned all that I could, specializing in anti-demonic spells. Soon, I joined the Gren's patrols, protecting the lands that we called home. The followers of Gren became my new family, but I never forgot the family that I had left behind. I took particular pride in protecting my herd and their forests, even though they never knew that I watched over them. But after many years, I heard troubling rumors of an ancient relic of power within the River Lif. You have to understand, the Frosker you know today were a shadow of what they once were. Before they were shackled by more powerful foes, the demon lords freely roamed the lands, sending their foes to the Blightlands. If they were to get their hands on a relic of power, they would have been unstoppable. There were rumors that they'd allied themselves with even darker forces, who were pushing them to even greater acts of cruelty in search of the relic. Their leader, Prince Ball, was particularly brutal. The scars of his corruption still mar the waters of Lif to this day. And speak of the devil, here he is, Lord Ball himself. The first time I fought him, our battle lasted for days. He has many skills that allow him to survive my attacks. His spiteful surge not only heals him, but also cures him anything that may ail him, including poison. That was a very nasty surprise for me. I knew it would be a challenging battle, but I was not prepared. I eventually banished him in the Battle of Lif by finding and destroying the relic, but it cost me my life as I knew it. Hopefully this time, using our combined powers, we can conquer this memory. An ally or weapon that can stun or delay would prevent him from healing. And so this memory of Lord Baal is defeated, just as the original. Congratulations, my friend. I understand that all the demon lords were enslaved after their defeat, yet they do not understand the chains that now bind them. Poor fools.
Herne? Herne, it's so good to see you, Elder.
Have we met?
It's me, Zalam. Don't you remember?
Zalam? Little Zal, Grenman, bless my antlers, you have grown so tall, yet strangely hairless. Friend, this is little Zal,
Just Zalam is fine. Thank you, Elder.
Apologies. Little Zalam is a fellow follower of Gren. We rescued him as a baby after his village was attacked.
After rescuing me, the followers of Gren raised me. Herne was a particular inspiration. Our comrades would often regale with me on tales of his bravery, and I aspired to be just like him.
Oh yes, I remember you strapping tree branches to your head when you were 5 years old.
I'm still envious of the antlers, to be honest. But no, it wasn't Herne's deeds that spoke to me, his selfless defense of nature and those that seek to live in harmony with it. I had lost everything before I could barely walk, but the followers of Gren gave me a new family.
That was our way. Many of us were strays and outcasts, but we made our own family with a common goal.
Inspired by Herne, I tried my hand at magic. The results were not impressive.
You are too hard on yourself, little Zal.
I accidentally set fire to the ancient tree. I wasn't even aiming at it.
Well, you found that your gifts lay elsewhere, and at least you didn't try to eat it. You still practice your alchemy?
Of course! After you disappeared, we all had to make sure that we honored your memory. The Frosker were weakened, but still powerful and persistent, enough to cause a lot of trouble. I hope that we did your memory justice.
I'm sure you did, Zalam. My FM seems a lot more peaceful than it once was.
Oh, bloody hell, I'm alright there. I'm just a normal, regular human.
You are clearly Frosker. Speak, demon.
I knew I should have brought me bloody disguise out. Look, I don't mean no harm. I'm just your average bazooka-wielding Frosker who abandoned his demonic ways to live as a normal human.
Excuse me? What?
Did a runner, didn't I? During the Battle of Archon, didn't much fancy the way things were going, so I legged it. Went off to live in Marfin, where I lived to a ripe old age, much smarter than becoming a half-soaked acolyte for a lord that forces you to lose your name just so he doesn't have to remember it.
Fascinating. Tell me, Balbruth, wasn't it? Are there many other Frosker like you?
Nah, most of me kinda fiercely loyal to, or fiercely scared of, the lords. Like I said, stupid.
Well met, Herne. I have heard many tales of your prowess in battle.
A blood mage! Are you here to battle? To try to slake your hunger for power?
Keep your antlers on. I was just saying hello. They say never meet your heroes.
Apologies. That was uncalled for. It's just that I don't approve of the blood maid methodology.
Few do. Until they need us. Then suddenly, all those vaunted ethics mysteriously vanish.
Well, 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 what do we have here, Herne, my dear?
Rokara, what is one of the greater flight demons doing here?
Haven't you heard? I've turned over a new leaf. You followers are so fond of your leaves, aren't you? But look at you, a veritable avenging angel with antlers. Death become you. You'll have to forgive Herne. My follow hero doesn't like people fawning over him.
Please stop. Greetings, Lance. I've heard many tales of your heroism in the Battle of Archon. Well, if we combine our powers, I can focus on the ones at the back, and you can battle the front line. Greetings, Belendu. Lord of Nature, I am honored by your presence. It is strange. I am not sure what I think about it. Also, it makes my antlers itch slightly. That's much better, thank you, Belendu.
Herne! The legendary Herne! Some hero you are!
I'm sorry, do I...
You found the relic! You had the power to wipe out the Frosker once and for all! And instead, you destroyed it! Oh, you put a temporary stop to the Frosker, but you could have ended them completely!
The Frosker are under the sway of their lords. They cannot always be reasoned with, but I'm not sure genocide...
Well, it's a shame that the Frosker don't share your lefty principles! It's a shame so many had to die to keep your conscience clean.
I sense you have lost much, and for that, I am sorry for you. But our magic should be used to defend the innocent, not destroy those that may one day be guilty.
This is nothing but a setback. I have powerful allies who will help me reach new heights of power.